Hey everybody, Football Protocol. I'm doing this video to maybe open up some people's eyes on why you should prepare for disasters or prep or whatever you want to call it. But I know everybody's seen the news on the devastation that the earthquakes and the tsunamis have caused over in Japan, and this should open your eyes some. These people, to say 10,000 people or more have lost their lives, but one of the problems is the people that weren't washed away or killed in the tsunami. The people that are located in these regions that have survived this are going to be affected also. There's going to be food shortages. There's not going to be any electricity, no fuel. This is why I prep. This is watching the news and what's going on in the world, not just for a political SHTF scenario or WROL scenario. Just like over in Australia, all the flooding that's going on in the last 2 months, they're having food shortages because the trains can't get in there. It could be anything. I mean, here again, here's Japanese survivors worry about dwindling supplies of food after devastating earthquake and tsunami. When these things happen, you're gonna do without. You're gonna do without all your comforts, electricity, running water, and being able to go to the grocery store and load up your cart with food. I know it because I live over in Texas, in a region where the last 5 years we've had 2 major hurricanes, and I went through both of them. And I'm telling you, it's not fun. In the middle of the summer down here, it's 100% humidity, and it gets up to 100 degrees, and it's miserable. And when you put that on top of not having any food or water, you can't survive it. I was prepped when all this happened, and thank God I was. And I even prepped stronger now. I put enough food back for at least a year. Depending on what region you live in, there's going to be different disasters. Just like this right here. If that earthquake was, let's say, right off the coast of California, I don't know how many millions of people would have died. It just, and people don't think about it. They look at the news and, oh my God, that's terrible, but they don't think it can happen to them. But I'm telling you right now, it can happen. It can happen. We went through, like I said, 2 major hurricanes, and it's not fun. I'm telling you, it is not fun. Hurricane Rita, when it came in, I didn't have power for almost a month. Then when Hurricane Ike came in, it was probably 2 to 3 weeks without any electricity, running off generators. It's if you've never been through some kind of disaster like this, it is a rude awakening, folks. A rude awakening. These are pictures in the region I lived at after the hurricanes. Fortunately, my home wasn't in debris like that. My home was damaged, but it wasn't hurt like that. But you know, I'm thankful for that. Very, very thankful for that. But I'm here to tell you folks, you need to start prepping. Start preparing. Put food back for you and your family. You will be glad that you did. And all those preps that you did are going to come in quite handy. Now, I couldn't imagine, you know, this was a bad disasters, but it wasn't the end of the world. But it was a lot easier for me because I was prepared. And like this right here, that's not going to be there for you every time. I was in town for after Hurricane Rita. I don't know, it was probably a week before these guys showed up. So what are you going to do if you don't have preps? How are you going to survive? You know, most of the people evacuated the whole area, which they should have. And see, that's a whole, the evacuation part, that's something people don't realize too, how big of a pain in the ass. There's Houston. When Hurricane Rita was coming in, it was the biggest mess you ever saw before in your life. These people, this traffic is not moving. These people are sitting. And that went on for 2 days. People running out of gas, people fighting amongst each other. It's the biggest mess you ever seen before in your life. But I'm trying to make a point. Now, I'm probably not doing a very good job of it, but if you live in an earthquake zone, or I don't care where you live in the United States, you should be preparing to be able to sustain yourself for at least, at a minimum, a month. At the minimum. And it doesn't cost a whole lot of money to do it. If you spent $10 a week just to start out, you'd be surprised how much food you can put back in it within a year. You can go to the big box stores like Costco or Sam's or whatever, and they sell bulk rice and beans and bulk everything. And you know, if you had a family of 4, I guarantee you for $400 you could have enough food to last you guys for over a month. So that's something you need to look at. But like I said, I'm probably not doing a very good job trying to sway you to start prepping, but I'm telling you right now, look at these folks here. Say this devastation happened and you lived in this apartment right here, but the water stopped right there. Where are you going to get food at? There's no food around there. There's no food. But if you would have prepped and you had storage, you wouldn't have to worry as much as these folks have to worry. So that's my point. And anyhow, please start your prep. There's plenty of videos out there on how to do it, what to prep, how to put food up, how to put water up, how to filter water. It's not rocket science, but I really think you should look at it, and like I said, this should open your eyes to it. And I know some of you guys are out there sitting here watching this video and thinking, well, what the hell does this guy know? Hey, I don't know nothing, but all I know is if it does happen, don't come knocking on my door, because you were too busy screwing around playing video games and worried about what cell phone you're going to buy and what car you're going to get, when you need to worry about taking responsibility, manning up, and get these things done for your family. You know, some people think that they can't afford to do the prepping, but their priorities are all screwed up. I mean, you buy insurance for your house, you buy insurance for your car, you buy life insurance. I mean, you spend $80 a month on a damn cell phone. You spend $100 a month on your cable TV. What are you thinking? I mean, what are you thinking? I really don't get it with some folks. They expect. I think some people think that the government's going to swoop in after a disaster like this and just give them a house to live in, give them the food. If we have a bunch of major disasters in the United States at one time, let's say this earthquake was right off the coast of California and it devastates the whole coast of California, kills millions. People are homeless, there's no food. 2 months later, we get another hurricane over here in the Gulf, and it comes in and it wipes out New Orleans again, let's say. Or it goes up the coast and it wipes out. Hurricanes can go into New York, so let's say it goes into New York and it goes in there and it kills people. The U.S. government is not going to be able to help all those people. So you need to get your head out your butt and start preparing, not just for you but your family. What are you going to do when you can't go to the grocery store? There's no food. There's no food at all. So what are you going to do when your kids are hungry? You're going to go out and start stealing and looting? I'm sure you will. If it comes to that, that's what you're going to do. But I tell you, you know, some people say, well, you got all that food. People are going to come in there and kill you for it. I'll tell you one thing. That might be right. But one thing, there's going to be a hell of a fight. And if I do get killed, my belly's going to be full of food. I'm not going to have to scavenge and have to kill other people to feed me and my family. I'm going to protect my family and protect the food that sustains my family. So get off the cell phone, go down there and start buying food and putting it up. Anyhow, I'll get off my soapbox. If this just helps one person, I think it was all worth me doing the video. But folks, just pay attention to what's going on in the world and do yourself a favor. Anyhow, thanks for watching.